In this video, I'm going to be sharing exactly how I easily list over 1,000 items a week into my eBay store completely on autopilot while still growing my business week to week, month by month. Right here, we have over 900 items that are laid out, ready to go, ready to just be pictured and listed on eBay. So a lot of people that sell on eBay struggle a lot with having a good system, and they waste a lot of time and they don't have very precise movements. A lot of stuff takes way longer than it needs to take, and honestly, in this video, hopefully I can simplify my system. Maybe some of you guys can copy it or get inspiration from it. And I try to be extremely efficient, have no wasted movements. So right here, guys, we have a bunch of items that are just laid out, ready to rock and roll. It's important to separate all your items and have them prepped and ready to go. Do all the prep work prior to it coming right here. Before it gets here, we make sure it needs a wash, or if it needs lint rolling, or if it's super wrinkled. Before it even gets here, everything is checked, double checked and everything. And then even when it gets to the photo taking station, if something needs extra work, we throw it on the bottom and we worry about it later, because we want to be doing one thing at a time. So when it gets here, it's all prepped out, ready to go. And my entire system isn't going to be like a step-by-step process. It's just my overall way of doing things. A lot of you are probably asking how I even got 1,000 items to list within 1 week. Like, how long did it take me to source all that? How was I able to get that much stuff ready to rock and roll by Monday? And we have literally 1,000 items ready to roll, right? So I have been buying truckloads of clothing, and that is how I've been able to scale my business a little more. But prior to buying truckloads full of inventory, I was literally grinding at the Goodwill bins and flea markets and build connections through those avenues to get a lot of product. Before this, I got to $18,000 a month doing this. It could have kept going up, but along the way, I knew that what was really going to take my business to another level was my connections and doing business in bulk. So on this channel, if you guys want to see a video on how I do business in bulk, I have a video right here on how I do wholesale, how I build connections. If you guys want to watch that after this video. I've gotten my sourcing so good at the point where I'm getting my items delivered on my doorstep for about 50 cents a pop, getting $30 on average on return, which is an absolute insane margin, and I'm doing it at scale. So my business is going to look completely different than other people, but this is how I list 1,000 items a week. So do I have help listing all these items? Yes, I do. All right, guys, so I am a massive believer in duplicating myself and being 2 places at once, or sometimes even 4 places at once. I currently have 4 people help me out with all my businesses, and that is something that a lot of people don't want to do. A lot of people don't want to get help, hire a virtual assistant to help your listings. And I think that is the #1 reason why I've been able to achieve way more things in a short amount of time, is because I delegate a lot of my stuff that is very repetitive, that isn't that important to the grand scheme of things. My sister is right here in front of me. She is taking pictures. She didn't want to be in the video, but she takes all my pictures. That is not an easy thing, but it's an important thing, right? Like, to do 110 pictures a day takes a lot of brain power and work. I need to be moving so many levers across my businesses that doing this job right here is going to cost me way more money than what I pay her. My sister right now is happy with what I pay her. She makes some good money, and it's literally just a business, right? Most business owners that do a lot of volume, that have a big business, have a lot of help. So if my skills are more valuable in other areas, I need to focus on the bigger stuff, working on the business, not in the business, and doing all this kind of work right here. That is very important, but it's not as important as the other stuff that I do within my business, like making new connections, talking to new suppliers, handling all the taxes. All that bigger stuff is more important than this, in that sense, where I need to do that, but all of it is important at the same time. So right here, guys, we have our photo station. I try to make it as efficient as possible for my sister, so she can just come in. All the items are ready to the right side, and she doesn't have to focus on anything else but taking pictures. My sister's boyfriend also comes and works with me. I always knew I was eventually gonna need 2 people taking pictures because of the volume that I'm getting. So right here, we have another station that pops out, just like the other one. And then it gets put away when he's done. For most of the people that are watching are not gonna have help, but this still applies to what you might wanna do in order to be the most efficient way possible. So like right here, we have our bags. The boxes go right here. So it could all be, put away immediately. And then we have the clothing. And then we take the pictures, fold it up right here, put it in a bag, put it in the box. So we try to have a nice, simple system that if there's 300 items right here stacked up, it doesn't matter. It's the same movement over and over again, and that is a streamlined process. So, we make sure all the stuff is ready to go out there, comes in here, gets pictured up, gets in this bag, then it gets put away. And that right there is how it looks like put away. Whether I was taking the pictures or have extra help taking the pictures, you need a nice streamlined process that's smooth, repetitive, and fast in order to save more time, make more money in the same hours that you guys have in the day. So this right here is my shipping station. Extremely simple, nothing crazy. You don't need anything fancy when it comes to just running your eBay business. We have a normal Microsoft computer, little monitor, a little label printer right here, and we just ship the items. I come in with a rolling cart right here, and then we ship out all the items every single day. Today we packed up 75 and they went out the door, got picked up by the post office lady. And that is something we do every single day. We pack up a bunch of items every day and they go out the door. So every morning as soon as they come in, my helper, he comes in and ships out all the items to zero, making sure there's nothing left out. And we ship out Monday through Friday every single day. So right now I am launching 120 items into my eBay store every single day, which is an absolute insane amount. We do like 200 pictures a day and we launch 120. Monday through Friday, we do the bulk of the work and then we launch items on the weekend. I don't care what you guys have to say. If you are someone that has sold pre-owned items in the past and you miss a listing day for some reason, I don't know why, but eBay just wants you to be consistent. So the best way I can be consistent and be repetitive and run this like a business is by having some kind of listing goal where minimum, no matter what, that gets done every day. And then if you have a very sporadic day where you feel like doing more, list more. I always advise people to list as much as humanly possible, but have like a set amount where minimum that gets done no matter what. So I am right now minimum 120 a day, and I have the capability of launching 200 in one day. Right now, that's what we are doing right now. All this stuff that I am sharing with you guys was the same exact system when I was launching 10 a day. From the beginning, my system has been exactly the same, that I can handle any kind of volume, any kind of excess inventory where it literally gets processed the same exact way at scale. And that is why my business has been growing month to month. In about a month and a half, you guys are probably gonna see my sales double up because I'm getting way more inventory to come in. We just started listing 1,000 items a week. Last week was our first week doing 1,000 in a week. And prior to that, we were launching like 500. So we literally doubled that up. We got to 21,000 launching 500 items a week, and we barely spiked it up. So now we're gonna see a huge influx in sales. All right, guys, so now we're gonna be talking about washing clothes. Everyone always asks me about if I wash all my clothing, and I do wash all the clothing that needs washing, but I try to buy stuff that is already clean, already ready to rock and roll from vendors that have clean stuff. Most people wash their stuff when they buy it no matter what. So don't take it too serious on that. It's clean for the most part per eBay standards, which is just being clean in general. If it's dirty, guys, wash your stuff. But when I first moved into my warehouse, I got this warehouse, which is 3,000 square feet about 2 months ago. And I used to have an old system where we got a box like this and we marked it like A or A1, A2, A3. And that was a system that worked for me for a long time. But in order to really get a nice solid system, a nice solid inventory system, it's one that I copied from other people. It's a very simple one. I'm not gonna go into detail on like exactly how to do this one, but I'm gonna explain how it works. The numbers never repeat themselves, and they're all in chronological, numerical order, I should say. And basically in these boxes right here, if you guys want links and all the products I use, I have a Discord community and I have a chat in there, which is completely free to join the Discord down below in my bio, and have all the links you guys could possibly need for these boxes, these bags, these stickers, all that stuff in there. So if you guys are interested in all those products that are in there, these are 8 by 8 by 30, and they fit like 17 items on average, super long, and almost any piece of clothing fits in there, even if it's a big old jacket. And these are clear bags right here that we use, that I got on Amazon as well. All the links are there, like I said, in my Discord community. And basically all these numbers are in numerical order from 0 to infinity. So none of these numbers will ever repeat themselves. And here's a picture of all the items that we consolidated on this rack that sold within 2 months. If you are not using this inventory system, you guys are gonna lose a ton of space. You're gonna need more space as you go. It's better to be like this from the get-go, from the jump, and have this kind of system right here. If you guys want a full video on exactly how to get this system going, comment down below and I could probably do that. But like right here, this box down here starts at 001, and then it goes down the line in order. And then whenever we sell a bunch of stuff after like a month or two, we're gonna push it back in order. It's very simple, but it's very effective and saves us a ton of space. And this entire room right here, let me see if you guys can see this. All this room alone in this, with this system right here, we're gonna be able to fit 20,000 items in this room alone. And we have another side that's pretty much empty as well. All right, guys, so this is where my inventory comes in through. It might not be relatable to almost anyone that watches this video. Some people have big warehouses that watch me, but this is not relatable to most people. And I don't want you to think that you need all this in order to run this business. You don't. So this is a video of like what my truckload looked like last time. I knew when I got this warehouse, I wanted to buy truckloads of raw inventory like that. And here we sort all the stuff. Right now it is empty because we're waiting on one to come in about a day or two. So this is where my inventory comes in. Prior to me having this big old spot just for inventory to come in, I had a small one. It was nothing crazy, but you need a little spot where stuff comes in, where you process it, and everything you kind of need a space for every section. When you're limited on space, sometimes 2 or 3 things work for one. Sometimes you take your pictures of your shoes on your shipping station, and then you also just put a board over and take pictures of your clothing on there. You have to work with what you got and work your way up. I started this business with absolutely nothing from scratch. And I've been building it up, rotating it, reinvesting my money, not inflating my lifestyle, and just I keep the money in here. And this is where I'm at now. I started this clothing business within 1 year. And 1 year ago, I really was not nearly where I'm at now. I started off with a shop that I got for $300 by pure luck because my dad had an extra shop that he was offered to by pure luck. So I got lucky in that sense, but I took advantage of my opportunities and I ran with them. I took them and made the most of it possible. So everyone gets lucky in some capacity. Take that little luck and run with it, because a lot of people I've met in my life, they get little opportunities and they don't take them and run, man. Whatever comes my way, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna run with it, whatever opportunity I can get. Make sure you guys grasp what you guys have in front of you, and maybe you guys can come across an opportunity like that. So yeah, guys, this is where my inventory comes in. We try to keep everything nice and clean, organized. I can't work well when I have a bunch of mess everywhere. I literally can't do it. So I invite you guys to keep your workplace nice, clean, and organized. That has gotten me very far because we just work very nice and smoothly across all the things that we do here. For the most part, my system is extremely simple. When I was making $500 in a month, my first month selling clothing on eBay, it's the same exact system that now we're doing 21,000. And it's gonna be the same exact system if I'm making 2 million in a year. Same exact thing, just literally more items. That's literally it. And when you don't have a good inventory system and you start listing way more items, a lot of stuff can get lost and a lot of problems happen. A lot of people sometimes buy a lot of inventory and they get overwhelmed with how much stuff it is because they don't have a system on where to process it, how to handle it. I got 35,000 pounds of clothing on that other side a little bit ago, and we processed it within a month and a half. Completely head to toe, processed it, separated it, graded it. The only reason why I was able to do that was because of my experience with the system I have over here on eBay. And then it took me a month and a half, but now I think I could do that like in 3 weeks. And then next time I hope to do it even faster. Eventually I want to be rotating one completely head to toe within a week. You get better as you go. You tweak this, you tweak that. You get faster, you get smarter. Everything takes time. I only had this system idea and this speed idea because I used to do electronics and I did that for many years. So I literally just copied and pasted that same exact system onto what clothing is. It's very simple, but for some reason, a lot of people struggle with having a nice, clean process in order to run their eBay business very smoothly. I also have someone that lists for me overseas. It is a virtual assistant. If you guys are interested in using my virtual assistant, email me at paleotech.inc@gmail.com and I can connect you to him for free. I vouch for him. He does an amazing job, and it's very hard to find a good person that will do a great job with titles, keywords, pricing, shipping, all that stuff. He does an amazing job, so you guys can email me. And basically all we do is send the pictures that we take over to him like in a Google Drive, and that's literally it. He doesn't sign into your eBay account or anything. He literally, you add him as a user in order to create drafts on your eBay account. So it's super easy, super simple. We don't overcomplicate anything. Anyone can come to work for me tomorrow and they will know exactly, for the most part, how to do almost everything. Simple, effective, that's pretty much all you need. My store right now is currently at 6,500 items, which is a good amount, but I think in the next month or two, by the beginning of 2026, we're gonna be at well over 10,000 items. I truly invite you guys to see the kind of run we're doing. I share everything that I'm doing. I'm not hiding anything. Just want to help people out, and hopefully you guys can do something about it and change your situation and make more money. eBay has been the only thing that I've ever really known how to do in order to make a lot of money. So I don't know, I've made over $1 million doing this. It's crazy, right? And now you guys are gonna see me possibly next year, not possibly, next year you guys are gonna see me make well over $1 million on eBay. And I wanna make over $1 million overall with all my businesses in net profit. eBay will be a little hard to get to net profit next year, but I eventually do wanna get to that point. So I invite you guys to follow along for the journey. I'm gonna be showing you guys a video next time I get a truckload and show you guys kind of what all that mess entails and show you guys my new system for that. Because that's something I'm still creating as I go. I'm very new to that, but you can create a system with anything and streamline it. Like for example, like my YouTube channel, it depends a lot of what I put out to it, right? Like every day I have to record, I have to edit and post it. I'm trying to create right now a system in order to pump out way more content that's high quality, that can be like a streamlined process for YouTube. I might need some help with that. I might have to hire like a coach or something to help me with that. So like everything has a system. There's a way of doing everything and there's a way of being efficient about it. I'm not going to try to reinvent the wheel on how to create more YouTube content and have a streamlined process. So I'm probably going to try to find someone that can teach me that. So like that's something I have to get a system for. Everything can be systemized for maximum output. So just keep that in mind, guys. Try to run it like a business, treat it like a professional. That's the way I try to come in every day. I come in here like I'm running a multi-million-dollar operation and I treat it that way. And now I'm going to get those results because that's literally the kind of effort that we put into this. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, drop a thumbs up. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one.